Hello Aries, welcome to this reading. We're going to be taking a look at the energies and predictions for the sign of Aries for the rest of August. Now do keep in mind that this is a general reading, so take the messages as they resonate, drop the ones that do not, and also check out your sun, moon, and rising signs. All right, Aries, let's go ahead and see what's coming forward for you here for the rest of the month. It's your mid-month August update for Aries. We'll go ahead and get all of the cards out here, get everything set up and in view, and then we'll get right into it for you. All right. Aries. Okay. I think it's looking just about good enough to me for right now. Energy on the bottom, you have the Seven of Pentacles. So the Seven of Pentacles, it can refer to the fact that some of you are maybe, during this period of time between now and the end of the month, some of you are thinking about kind of like what's next for you. You know, this person's contemplating their situation here, trying to decide on kind of like what to do with their pentacles here, with their money, with their harvest, with everything that they've, given that they've spent a lot of time to grow and build this harvest here. And so for some of you, you may be trying to make like long-term decisions. What I will say is take a look at my retrograde reading that I did prior if you want. Looking at this period of time, kind of like we've got some clear skies, so to speak, here in terms of the astrology. And I feel like some of you could make some really solid decisions on like next steps, as you continue out through the month. And then, you kind of look to the horizon here and you realize, okay, September's right around the corner. What do I want to do with the rest of this 2025, 2025 here? Yeah, it's just something that is coming to mind, something that's coming to mind here as I look at the cards on the board here for you. So, all right. Now, to expand on that, you have that Seven of Pentacles on the bottom. Some of you there is absolutely a decision here on the table. Some of you absolutely have some decision that you want to make here. And I'm going to talk about that in just a second. And I think that some of you want something new, like you're really, really ready to sort of like chart a path in a new direction or chart a new path for yourself here. And I think some of you kind of like want a change, is what I'm feeling. Now, this is all very positive, based on the original 9 cards here that I'm looking at. So let's go ahead and let's really get in. So in the middle, you do have this Two of Swords, which represents a tough decision that you may need to make in your situation. Again, we have this idea here of contemplation potentially, but this is not exactly. You're sort of like a rock in a hard place. Like you may even be caught in the middle here, Aries, in between a dispute. Okay, some of you have there's something here that is disputed, or like you may even be like in the middle of you may be in the middle of something here between multiple people, actually, because if you look here, if you look at these swords, like these swords are pointing towards court cards. That's interesting. I actually just noticed that here. This person's in some ways like needing to mediate a dispute, but there's like nothing that they can do, right? So it's sort of like this idea of like being caught in between something, It's either being caught in between something or even needing to make a difficult choice in your situation, or even like the desire or the need to express your voice to someone, right? So as I look here, you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 court cards, Aries. Okay, something here is, there's something in this reading where other people are very closely involved at this time here, okay? And some of you are like maybe, there's something connected to another person here, and you're trying to figure out the right way to handle the situation. Let me go ahead and let's go to the first column here and get some more details on what this might be. You have the Knight of Cups, the Knight of Pentacles, and the Ten of Cups. So This is a very positive column here. So double knights, right, in this column. So knights can represent events in the tarot. Knights represent events. And what that can suggest is that first, to close out this August, this month of August is going to be extremely busy for you, when I get double knights, especially in the same column. There could be some love timelines here. There could also be some money timelines that are showing up for you, as one is the cups and one is the pentacles. I would also say that for some of you here, with this Knight of Pentacles, you are waiting on some sort of a result here, and maybe this is why the Two of Swords is in the middle. Remember, I talked about how like some of you have this sort of like tough decision to make here with the Two of Swords and the Seven of Pentacles on the bottom. This is probably connected to your financial situation in some way, and the Knight of Pentacles would indicate that results are on the way, but it's almost like for some of you, maybe you want to take some like profit taking, right? Some of you may want to sell something. You have a couple of my real estate cards here with the Seven of Pentacles, the Ten of Cups, the Knight of Pentacles indicating profit taking, Ace of Pentacles, seed energy or formal documents. Some of you here, it's like maybe you have like maybe your house is on the market, or you have like it's sort of like a big, it's a big deal. Okay, it feels like a big deal. Okay, and you know that the choice that you make here is leading you in one path or the other, right? The choice that you're kind of like faced with here, Aries, is leading you to one path or the other. Yeah. There may be even a romantic connection involved here. For some of you, this may be money, and for some of you, this may be romantic. But what I would like to suggest here is with this Ten of Cups in the lower row here, the Ten of Cups is like overwhelming happiness in the tarot, The Ten of Cups can indicate like an outpouring or an overflowing, like an overflow of happiness in one's life. And I would say that there is a path forward, okay? There is a way through this for you here, Aries, with that Ten of Cups here. There's a way through this decision that you have to make. And, anytime you get the Ten of Cups in a reading, it's usually a good sign. So let's go ahead. Let's move to the middle column here. You have the Six of Wands, the Two of Swords, and the King of Swords. Okay, so the Six of Wands here, this is another indicator of victory and success. So I almost feel like telling you that the Spirit wants you to know that everything is going to be okay, during this period of time. The Six of Wands person is in a strong position here because they have just basically overcome a major challenge in life, and now they're kind of being paraded through a crowd of people here. And so for you, it's sort of like Spirit wants you to know that things are going to work out for you. And I would say, Aries, based on this reading here, if you feel a certain way, like connected to this decision, you're really going to want to trust the way that you feel at this time, And it's almost like you're in a spot where, that phrase, like, damned if you do, damned if you don't? You're sort of like in this spot where damned if you do, damned if you don't. But it's interesting because, like, on the perimeter here, there's something really like nice, something really beautiful here that's kind of like wanting to show up for you, okay? In kind of like on the perimeter of this choice or this decision or this action that you have to take, right? And I think even some of you it may just be a tough choice, but some of you also may have a good problem to have, okay? It may mean like, selling. I'm just going to use an example. Okay, this is just an example. You can fit it into your scenario here, but it's like, okay, you have to sell your house. I'm upset that I have to leave the family home, but I'm making a nice profit, right? So it's sort of like you're in this situation where it's not necessarily win-win. It's not necessarily win-win, but there's something good attached to it, and there's also something challenging attached to it. This is sort of the vibe that I'm getting from the reading. There's something beautiful that wants to happen here. The people in your life at this time are definitely showing up heavy here. Okay, some water signs and also some air signs here are showing up for you in this reading. It could be sun, moon, rising. but you do have a counterpart here with the King and the Queen of Swords. There may be even a legal situation with the King and the Queen of Swords that some of you are looking to dispute, or some of you are looking to kind of like handle in some way here. What else do I have to say? I would also say like there's something around taking the lead, or taking charge with authority, so to speak, here as you make a decision, because I almost feel like you're in the driver's seat here. I think some of you are in the driver's seat, but the issue is that it's connected to other people. Okay, it's sort of like connected to other people, so it's not a win-win. Okay, it's not a win-win scenario here, but it's a tough choice that you have to make. In the final column, you have the King of Cups, the Ace of Pentacles, and the Queen of Swords. So I like the King and the Queen of Swords here. That is a counterpart. It's actually usually when you get a counterpart, it's a pretty solid message in a love reading. You do have that combined here with the Ten of Cups. Ten of Cups is overwhelming happiness. So definitely something nice here could be going, kind of like brewing on the surface here, or around the perimeter of your life at this time here, with the Knight of Cups, the Ten of Cups, King of Swords, Queen of Swords, in terms of your romantic connections. That could certainly be the case. I do think that some of you are longing for this new beginning, and that is connected to this choice that you have to make for some. I also think that there are others that are like just literally in some dispute, okay? And we're going to get details on what that might be, because I keep saying it, but it's coming in very strong as I'm looking at the cards here. Ace of Pentacles may suggest that you have an opportunity in the future here to plant a seed to actually get that new beginning that so many of you want. And you may have a real opportunity to do that. This is probably connected to some sort of long-range goal or vision that you have, as the Ace of Pentacles is with the Seven of Pentacles. You then have the King of Cups, and this is kind of why I was suggesting, like, for some of you here, for everyone here, actually, not for some, for everyone here, like, trust your gut, trust your intuition, listen to what Spirit is telling you as you make this choice, okay? Because it's showing up intuitively here as I'm looking at this as a really tough, like, rock and a hard place, not necessarily a win-win. So we're going to get details on that now, because I need more information. So let's go ahead and do that. I'm going to go ahead and start off by pulling some oracle cards here, and then we'll move into clarifying with some tarot cards for you. Okay. And we'll take that one as well. All right. Energy on the bottom, you have faith, moving mountains. Trust in your ability to create miracles. The impossible is becoming possible. Yeah. I really strongly feel that Spirit wants you to know that there's a victory here on the horizon for you. Okay. And again, we've got clear skies here, so to speak, in terms of the energy. Things are going to work out for you, but it doesn't change the fact that you're going through something right now that may be a bit difficult. You have charity, pillar of service. Serve with a gracious heart and know God is serving you. You then have Orion, manifestation vortex. Focus your energy with unwavering faith to manifest the outcome you require. I like that Orion card for you. Focus your energy with unwavering faith to manifest the outcome you require. All right, let me see if I can expand on that. You have, Seraphiel, heart of devotion. Let the cup of your heart be filled through commitment and dedication. I haven't seen that card come in as much. Okay. I do like what's going on in the love timeline here. You have Hanuel. There we go. Embraced by love. Let love reach where it has never reached before, as well as Shamuel. Relationship assignments. No one crosses your path by chance. Choose to see the deeper reasons for the people in your life. Probably one of my favorite cards in this deck. I've only used this deck about 2 or 3 times now. But I do really believe that everyone we meet for a reason here. And you have a ton of people showing up. You have a ton of people showing up here during your rest of August, with all of these court cards. So this idea of let love reach where it has never reached before, there is something connected to self-love. And also, like, are you open to receiving this, from Spirit, from other people in your life? From your higher self as well. In other words, can you kind of try to love yourself as you are kind of in this situation here that is not entirely difficult? It's difficult, but there's also something nice here around the edge. of your situation, but it's still difficult at the same time. So can you kind of allow yourself, can you give yourself some love, some self-love? So why don't we go ahead and let's clarify these cards by pulling some more cards here. All right. Now, Aries, as always, I do appreciate you being here. Thank you so much for spending your time with me. Hope things are going well for you. All right. You have Knight of Swords, another knight. Wow. So that's 3 knights. Page of Swords, another court card, 1. So that's, what is that, 7 court cards? And the 2 of Swords again, yeah. Okay. So, you know, usually, like I always say in my readings, like one card never makes a reading, right? Because if you like look at the perimeter, right, the middle card is the most important card. So let me like kind of tell you kind of like where I'm getting at here. This middle card is the most important card, right? So every card is influenced by the middle card because they're all touching the middle card, okay? And, you know, outside on the perimeter, these are pretty positive cards. But intuitively, right, so this being the middle card is kind of like a focus on the reading, right? But then intuitively, I just felt like there was some sort of, we needed more clarity here, and we're getting more clarity here. So you do have this idea of this 2 of Swords coming back in, okay? You do have an idea of this two of Swords coming back in here with the 10 of Cups. So this could very, very well be a family dispute, okay? This very well could be a family dispute with that energy, yeah. Because the 10 of Cups is one of my family cards. The 2 of Swords, again, being this idea of just like not necessarily finding the right solution or finding the right answer here. You then here have the Page of Swords, which is maybe a delay in some sort of process or result that you're going through. To me, it feels like it might be some formal process. This may even be a legal situation. You've got 3 swords coming in to clarify right away, plus we've got all of these other swords cards here as well. This may be a legal situation here that some of you are sort of like in right now with that Page of Swords, 2 of Swords, energy here, double 2 of Swords confirmation. This could just be some other dispute or matter that's going on in your life. It might be family for you. It might also be some sort of career dispute as well, or money dispute generally. Although in terms of your career, I would want to see more wands because we really only have 1 wands card here. So it's maybe like this combination where you're dealing with a family matter that also is connected in, like money is connected in there or tied in there in some way, okay, is kind of like what I'm seeing here. And this Knight of Swords with the Knight of Cups. Knight of Swords, you know, this is somebody who is, you know, really, where do I want to go with this? Because there are a couple of things. Knight of Swords, it tells you to strike while the iron is hot, but it can also suggest that be very careful that you're not being destructive. You know, be very careful that you're not being destructive and you're not making like a hasty decision. So let's see if we can get some more details on that. You have the Chariot, you have the Page of Pentacles, and you also have the Death card. Okay, so there's absolutely a change coming. The universe like wants you to know there is a change coming here with the Death card, and this will lead to some type of significant transformation for some of you, you know, with this energy here, with the Death card. If this is your reading, I feel pretty strongly about this. This may transform some relationship that you have to another person here, okay? This could alter it in some way, good or bad, depends. The 2 of Swords, again, going back to that, it's like remediation, or it's like conflict resolution, okay? Trying to like create some sort of conflict resolution, but not being able to do that, okay? And yeah, there may be something here where you're really kind of like, yeah, I just keep saying the same thing, which is it's just confirming over and over again that there are other people involved here, and it's a pretty strong situation where maybe you can't find the right outcome, okay? Maybe you can't find the right solution to the problem. But it almost feels like some of you are getting... It almost feels like some of you, like, you're taking on someone else's karma, Okay, like you're taking on someone else's karma, like you're taking on someone else's situation here. And I think in your life, like in your personal scenario or your personal life, things are going pretty well. But you have there's someone else around you here that's kind of like stressing you out in some way, or like you're involved in their scenario in some way, is kind of like what I'm seeing here on the reading. Uh, the Page of Pentacles, it may indicate that there is an offer of help or some sort of offer of solution that could be showing up here. But it's almost like, yeah. Let's see if I can get more details on that as well in this final column on that Page of Pentacles. I like that card usually. Uh, to me, I like that. I actually do like that it's clarifying the Two of Swords as well, because we've talked about how you have this dispute that you're in the middle of this entire reading, or this tough choice to make. It may indicate that there is an offer to improve on that in some way, or even a solution here as well. The Chariot with the Six of Wands is Spirit telling you once again that there is a victory on the horizon. Both of those cards indicate victory and success. So there is a way. There is a way through this. Okay, there is a path through this here for you. Aries. You have the Fool. Yeah, the new beginning's happening here. You have the Queen of Wands, and you also have the Lovers. All right, so the Lovers, it does indicate a choice that you have to make once again. We've got difficult choice here. We've been talking about it the entire reading with the Two of Swords twice now. Now the Lovers, it represents an important choice to make in your life. It can be connected to love, but it can be connected to other scenarios or matters as well. It can also indicate the desire for harmony, or the fact that harmony is on the horizon for you, which I think is very good. So, I think that I love to see the cards here in the final column that came in to clarify, because we've been talking about, can you create conflict resolution? Can you resolve the dispute? The Lovers in the future may suggest that there is harmony on the horizon for you, but I think some of you want to put your need, like some of you, the cards are asking you to sort of like at times put your needs first, and take care of your needs. I think is the right way that I was kind of searching for. I think the thing that I'm trying to say is, like, make sure you're taking care of your needs while you're also like taking on all of this energy from other people, right? We've got 1, 2, 3. I think there were 5, so that's 8 court cards that have shown up here for you. That's so many people, right? Like almost half, not quite, but almost half of these cards that we pulled are other people, you know? Oh, wait, no, there's a queen here as well, so that's 9. So half of these cards are other people, right? So for you, it's like you're taking on some sort of karma or energy from others. Can you do some energy management? Can you try to take care of your needs while you're also while you're also in the middle of something, while you're also kind of like maybe trying to make a difficult choice in your personal life? It feels like there's a lot going on here, but Spirit wants you to know that there is success here on the horizon with the Chariot, the Six of Wands. You've got harmony here, and you've got the Fool and the Ace of Pentacles, which may suggest that there's really a new start and a new beginning that's coming forward. And take a look at that. We've got now, I think, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 10 court cards, because there were 5 to begin with, I believe. So yeah, that's very strong. That almost never happens in a reading. Okay, yeah, it's almost like you have to do a little bit of like task management, or you have to like do delegation, like you have to delegate tasks, or something along those lines here. This may very well be connected to money. That Poverty card came out as I was shuffling. Okay, the cards usually don't come out when I shuffle these Kipper cards. You have Bad Health, Coffin, Toil and Labor, Courthouse, and Passage of Concern. Yeah, it's a legal dispute or something connected to like a formal process here with this Courthouse card. There's some work ahead of you, or maybe in the past there was some work here. This may take 3 to 6 months to resolve with the Pathway card showing up here, maybe even longer. But this is sort of like, it's almost like it's not even yours. It's something that you're involved in, like you're directly involved in it, but it's also, you're trying to help someone in some way, okay, is what I kind of feel here. And, maybe this is someone you care about, something along these lines. This is what I have. Aries, thank you so much for being here. If you enjoyed this, hit the like button, subscribe, and I'll most certainly be talking to you again soon.